All right, folks, I'm gonna come right out and say it. Cardio is not required for fat loss. As you know, because you are a well-educated human being, the only thing required for fat loss is a calorie deficit. Now, I'm being very careful with my language here because required does not mean beneficial. Something can be required, but there may be a more optimal way to do things. So in today's video, we are going to discuss some protocols for cardio use during a fat loss phase, whether or not you are crushing your fat loss with cardio, and how to really manipulate cardio as another variable to put you in the best position to lose as much fat as possible while holding on to as much of that sweet muscle tissue as possible. As a personal trainer in a big box commercial gym, the amount of questions I get surrounding cardio is insane. How much cardio should I be doing? Can I outrun Twinkies if I want to eat 5 or 6 a day? Should I be doing cardio before my resistance training or after my resistance training? Should I be doing it at all? All of these questions are incredibly common, and today we're going to try and work through some of them together. Now, like I said, the only thing required for fat loss is a calorie deficit. But if you are one of those people, like myself, who enjoys eating food, maybe to their detriment, cardio can be used as a tool to increase your deficit, to extend the deficit out a little bit without taking food away. I am a large man and I truly enjoy eating. And if I don't get a lot of food, I get pretty grouchy. Just go and ask my wife. She'll love to answer all your questions about how pissed off I can get if I don't get my food on time. So when it came time to adjust my calories towards the end of a fat loss phase, because I had hit a little bit of a plateau, I knew that the intelligent decision would not be to remove any more calories from my food, but instead try and get into a deeper calorie deficit through more movement throughout the day. Now, obviously, 45 minutes on the treadmill was an option for me, but I hate being on the treadmill for more than 5 minutes. I hate just looking at a treadmill. So I instead took a route of just adding in 10-minute walks post-meal for most of my meals throughout the day. Not so much breakfast, but every other meal I had, I added in a 10-minute walk. And I increased my step counts enough that I broke through my plateau and reached my goal. The key point of that story is to understand that cardio is just another tool. It is just another variable to manipulate. The main thing that we want to focus on in a fat loss phase is staying consistent with the calorie deficit. It is consistency over everything. So if cardio is something that makes you want to pull your hair out, then maybe adding in extra 45 minutes of cardio is not going to be beneficial for you because it's just going to add on extra stress. Maybe you're going to start stress eating. Maybe you're just going to start holding on to water. And overall, it is a negative factor instead of a positive one. Because the deficit is the most important thing when it comes to fat loss, figuring out ways to maintain that deficit goes down to personal preference. It can be a 15-minute walk with your dog or a 45-minute slog on the treadmill. Whatever works for you, do it and stick to it. In terms of diet and nutrition adherence, the best tweet that I've seen on this subject is from Alan Aragon. Diet/training adherence is due to a mix of extrinsic, external benefits resulting from the program, and intrinsic reward, enjoyment of the program itself. Since the latter is the main driver of long-term adherence, base your program on foods and physical activity that you enjoy. The other major cardio trap that a lot of my clients fall into is just pushing so much cardio that they are losing some of the adaptations that they could be getting from their resistance training program. If you are doing 1,000 hours of cardio a week, you are removing some of your body's ability to recover from not only that training, but also the resistance training that you are doing on a daily basis. You cannot serve two masters in terms of where your body uses its energy to recover. And if you're trying to recover cardiovascularly from intense cardio bouts, as well as muscularly from intense resistance training bouts, one of those systems is going to dip, and you may not be getting the best out of either one of those training methodologies. I'm assuming if you're watching this channel and you're chasing your dream physique, that physique includes some muscularity. No offense to the marathon runners, but constant cardio is not going to get you there. You need to allow your body to recover from the resistance training without also trying to make it recover from the cardio training. In very extreme cases, excessive cardio can actually blunt your fat loss through removing removing some of your total daily energy expenditure. If you are pounding 250 calories of cardio, then you may not have the extra energy from the food that you're consuming to continue with your starting daily energy expenditure. When you started the diet, you were expending maybe 1,000 calories just in general movement, fidgeting, walking a bit more. But towards the end, because you are so restricted, psychologically and subconsciously, you may not be moving as much. You may be parking closer to your workplace. You may not be fidgeting as much. You may be laying on the couch more instead of moving around making dinner. Pounding on excess cardio is only going to remove some of the ability to increase your total daily energy expenditure. It's something to definitely pay attention to towards the end of a fat loss phase, but it's not a catastrophe, just something to be aware of. One final caveat to this video is cardiovascular training is incredibly impactful to overall health. I do not want this video to come across as me seeming to demonize cardiovascular training. Cardio is incredibly important to bring blood pressure down, in anti-aging, in a myriad of different ways. I am not demonizing cardio at all, but what I am saying is, in terms of strictly fat loss, it may not be entirely necessary. Friends, if you made it this far, I truly appreciate you listening to the ramblings of a madman who just hates getting on the treadmill. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like, subscribe, share this video around so we can reach as many people as possible. If you are looking for someone to take all of the guesswork out of these programming considerations that we've discussed, shoot me an email and I'd love to get you started with an online training program to help you reach the physique that you've always dreamed of. Get strong and stay strong, my friends. I will talk to you soon for another video. Have a great day. Peace.